Hey guys, this is Rurouni K95 here, and once again, it is time for my manga reading log video. This is the first manga reading log video between April 2022 to May 2022, especially of how, when it comes to doing a manga reading log video, capable of how I wanted to do this, particularly of how I get these things starters as well. In case you're wondering why as well. Because these are the ones of what manga I'm reading right now. Ones that I have to reread as favorites until you can do like a manga review on this. It's supposed to having favorites as well, particularly. In case you're wondering as well. Because I have been reading some manga books that I have. Even though I've already done my previous video in the past as well, when it comes to doing like a manga review video as well. The first one here I got that I read in the past was Azumanga Daio. This is actually the best of this I read before. Yeah, this is from the manga creator Kiyohiko Azuma, who's known for Yotsuba and exclamation point. I mean, this manga tells a story about the humor and some teenage life going on in high school between Chio-chan, Osaka, Tomo, Sakaki, Yami, and Kagura when they fumble their way of what class they attend, especially of what they have in their daily life in school, basically, in order to graduate, particularly as well. Okay. Because this is an omnibus as well, because I think I finished reading it way through as a favorite as well. I may like this manga over the anime. Well, the anime is good though, but particularly, well, the anime you have to be in the mood for, but the manga you can throw in any time. I mean, I have seen the anime on YouTube. It's been a while, but the manga you can throw in any time, basically, of how I can read as well. Especially if you want to binge reading on something whenever you want to read a manga as well. The first manga here I have, what I read recently is, that I'm still currently reading, is Silver Spoon. Yeah, these are the ones that were published by Shonen Sunday Comics as well. Because I think this is from manga creator Hiromu Arakawa as well. Yeah. Because this basically how I've read these before. Because I know it's in Japanese as well. I mean, I have never seen the anime though, but I thought this is all new to me, basically. Of it's all brand new. I mean, if you haven't read the manga, check it out. Unless you can watch the anime as well. You can throw it in to binge watch at any time as well. And that's just, I mean, it's one of those, it's what it is. Well, you know what it is as well, particularly for Silver Spoon is as well. And the next one here I have is Cowboy Bebop. The manga is very different than the anime as well. I mean, when I first read these manga, I thought the manga is very different as well, particularly. I mean, although I have seen the Cowboy Bebop anime on there, well, this is one of the mangas you have to be in the mood as well, if you want to read something particularly as well. Yeah, because this is created by a Yutaka Nanten as well. Yeah, especially the manga artist who did this as well. Because unless basically of how I have never read this manga until now, particularly because can't get enough of this classic as well. And the next manga here that I just read is Peach Girl, which is a change of heart. This is basically one of those romance manga. I mean, this basically tells the story about Momo always experienced with she was always with Kylie instead of Toji. And Peach Girl's life seems to be more peachy for once, of how her sworn enemy, named Saye, who plots with Kylie's groupies, of how they can break up the happy couple just to make his life very miserable when they lure her out with a fake message from Toji, when they threaten to torture her, especially when they want to torture her signature blonde locks. When Kylie arrives in time just to save the date, he confides in Momo and reveals his deepest, darkest thoughts, of how this could make her realize that she didn't know what's her new boyfriend as well, especially what you see happening. I think I may like this over... I think I like this... this is basically... I have never seen the anime, but I thought the manga, I thought it was pretty interesting. Especially for a romance manga as well. This is what I come by about this as well. Come to think of it. I think I have seen this. I think I definitely want to experience this whenever I can do a manga review, if I can read this volume, so I can do like a proper manga review video at one point. And the next manga that I just read is, the first is The Gentleman's Alliance Cross. Yes, this is the first time I want to read this. This is from the creator Irina Tanemura, who is known for her work such as Full Moon. This basically tells a story about how they returned business loan, of how they had 50 million yen, especially for the Kamiya family when they gave their daughter named Haine away to the Otomiya family. When she's in Otomiya, when she's been appointed to be the school council of the exclusive Imperial Academy, which is like a private school for any aristocracy. When Haine, or whatever you want to pronounce her name, is proper the lineage to be on the council, and she finds herself will struggle to find her place, of how there's many secrets of the elite members, of how the president who held her heart, named Shizumasa Togu, also known as the Emperor, when she's in love with Shizumasa, since she read the fairy tale when he wrote it during the childhood days, of how the Emperor is so well sequestered by the student council, and she has never had the ability to speak to him before for 3 months when she's in the academy, when he already has a lover, which it has got to this point as well. And another manga that I read, which is basically my favorite isekai classic from Uwatase, and that is that is one of my all-time favorites that I have here, which I genuinely love, and it's none other than Fushigi Yugi, the Mysterious Play. Yes, this is basically how I consider this to be my favorite isekai classic favorite as well. It's not just your typical shoujo series, but it's also an isekai fantasy class favorite manga from there. There's also the anime on there. This basically tells a story about Miyako Yuki, who is basically spirited into the world in a book which is called The Universe of the Four Gods, when she becomes the priestess of the god named Suzaku, which is changed when she finds all of her celestial warrior protectors. This is actually before there was Inuyasha. Fushigi Yugi, you have to begin as well. I think I like this, basically. Well, the anime, you have to be in the mood. Manga, you have to throw in any time, unless you want to rewatch the anime or read the manga as well. Yeah, particularly as well. For overall, I considered Fushigi Yugi, the Mysterious Play, my favorite isekai classic from the 90s from Yu Watase, who is the creator of series Celestial Legend as well. And another manga that I just read that I haven't read before, and that is something that I haven't thought of, what I haven't read before until now I have, and that is Heaven. This is basically tells a story about Renee, a girl named Renee, who is not only can see those ghosts, she can exorcise them with her paper fan when she's saved from becoming a ghost by the school punk when he always ends up in the coma. When that doesn't stop their unique relationship from forging, she and her rescuers are now a disembodied spirit must defend the own body from being possessed when a muddled collection of these local ghosts. When she falls in her task when an ancient playboy takes over the punk's body, leaving him to inhabit with a pink stuffed monkey in this manga. Because we all know about how this manga tells the story as well. Yeah, because I have never read this one until now, basically, as well. In case you're wondering as well. That's from what I understand why, basically, is how I'm... Well, what I think of this? Well, I really loved it, because I have never even read this manga before until now, basically. Yeah, I might pick up Volume 2 someday, because I think, as well as the rest of the volumes, I think that basically completes this as well. Yeah, this is published by Tokyo Pop as well. Yeah. Yeah, because this is like a romance comedy type manga as well. But there's some spiritual, supernatural things happening in this manga as well. Well, it has its moments as well, particularly as how whenever I come by on reading classics as well, from what I understand, basically why. And another manga that I consider to be my favorite, which is to the extent I have here, and that is Kimagure Orange Road. I have a lot of these as well. This basically is like a love triangle romantic comedy manga. Yeah, this has been serialized as a manga by Jump Comics in 1984 until it lasted about 18 volumes in 1987 particularly. And on top of this has gotten to a point of how they made this into an anime TV series as well as a series of movies and the OVA as well. Yeah. This basically is a love triangle story. Well, the manga tells a story about, it's a love triangle about this guy who always wanted to know if there's these two female delinquents and including her best friend as well, of how this has gotten to this. So this is basically how this caters involved music scenes, supernaturals, and some moments, especially for romance, especially if you ever read the manga or if you ever seen the anime as well. I mean, what do I think of this? I really enjoyed this as well, because when I first read this, I really loved it as well, because this is basically considered to be an instant classic favorite as well, unless if you ever seen the anime as well, particularly as well, from what I understand. And the next manga that I just recently reread for the first time on my reading log here, and that is Miss Me. This is done by manga artist Tomoko Taniguchi. This manga tells a story about a high school girl who has a crush on a lead singer from the heavy metal band how she's falling in love with him when he has indifferent to her feelings after the concert when she attended. When she meets the lead singer's friend who falls in love with her, it never seems to how she doesn't feel any spark for him, especially for the love triangles with a heavy the metal singer of how what the manga is as well. Accordingly as well, from what I understand, basically as well, because yeah, what I think of the manga, well, I really loved it because I consider this to be my favorite manga as well. If you ever love these kinds of romance manga as well, in general, particularly. Although, this has never been adapted to an anime, OVA, or a movie, but the manga takes the cake as well. Especially if you want to binge reading on something, on some manga like this as well. Yeah, this is one of those mangas that has never gotten anime adaptation. Yeah, there's a heavy metal band in the manga as well. I never knew that this has a heavy metal band in that one as well. Yeah, there's some love triangle happening in this manga, sort of like Kimagure Orange Road. This is basically more different than that, hasn't it? And the last manga I have here on my reading log that I just read, and that is Attack on Titan. This is actually the first volume. I need to get more volumes of the manga as well, particularly as well. I mean, this manga tells a story about how this happens in the past century when there's left of mankind in a giant three-walled city when they're trapped with these bizarre giant humanoids, which they are called the Titans. Little by little of how where they came from, or where they came from, of how they consuming mankind, of how their sudden appearance of enormous Titan always wanted to change everything. Especially how the story in Attack on Titan is about as well, particularly. Yeah. Because this is published by Kodansha Comics as well. Yeah, because I need to get more volumes of those as well. If I can do a manga review on all volumes of these, or like a spoiler free, let me know. Because I need to get more volumes of these as well. Particularly of how I can understand why. I mean, when I first read this one, now that I get to own it, I really enjoy it as well, particularly of how I can do this as well. Now that you mentioned basically of how what I could think of my manga reading log is that this has gotten to a point of how this has, you would expect of how you're going to read a manga like this as well, particularly. Come to think of it, is that I do read something good for a change like this as well. Yeah, because what I haven't got to a point is that this is the first time I wanted to read my manga because I have been reading something between April 30th, 2022 to May of this year as well. Especially for whenever you're doing like a manga reading log video, is that this, in case you're wondering how the hell I did this as well? Well, because I have a lot of manga like this, and I always will read manga books as a manga reader as well. It wasn't that easy whenever I thought I was too picky, because I wasn't figuring out if I could do like a manga reading log that I have never done before until now, basically. Sorry, I almost had to put my manga books on my tray as well. So yeah, there's the thing as well. Yeah, I have read, I've only like reviewed a couple volumes of Fushigi Yugi the Mysterious Play, but I haven't reviewed the other volume. Like, say for example, Fushigi Yugi the Mysterious Play Volume 3. I haven't done a manga review on this yet, but someday I will at one point. As well as Fushigi Yugi the Mysterious Play Volume 4. I haven't done a manga review of this also, which I'll cover for another time as well. Some of these days as well, whenever I can read a manga for a manga review, this what I ought to do as well someday as well, because this is the first time I wanted to do this manga reading log. If I want to do a manga review like this one here, and that is, which you already meant, like, you know, like this one here I have, some of these days I haven't done a manga review on this one yet. Well, for another time, for my manga reading log, well, no, I mean, not exactly a manga reading log, no, a review, a manga review, like you're reviewing a manga particularly as well, especially because for thereabouts as well, particularly of how I wanted to do, like, considering the fact of how I've been reviewing manga review videos, like I reviewed some volumes of the Inuyasha and Rama 1/2 and the Fushigi Yugi. As how it all has got to me, though, is that this has gotten to the first point of how I wanted to do like a manga review videos in the past as well. Well, that's very different from the other as well. Come to think of it, is that I wanted to do like a new type of video, because I wanted to do like a manga reading log, especially for the month of April and May of this year as well, which I have never done one until now. Hey, I have been doing my manga reading log video I recently did in the past, but this one between the month of April and May takes the cake, particularly of how I wanted to do a video like this, quite frankly, of how you wanted to do something as well. Yeah, let me see if I can put away some manga right here I have. Let's see, these two, I'm gonna have to put those away now that I finally get to do like my manga reading log as well. So there as well. Yep. I never knew about this until now. Yeah. Because I always wanted to do like I always do manga reading log videos for every month I do, particularly. Yeah. That's what I understand why, basically. So I'm gonna have to, like, put these ones away as well. Now that I had to do, like, I'll put the rest away after I do the video, finish the video as well. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Now, this has gotten to a point as how I wanted to do that as well. Because somehow, reading manga from your manga collection is a good way that'll help you start your manga reading log video as well. Other than manga updates and manga haul videos, which has gone, as well as manga review videos in general, particularly, pretty well, from what I understand, basically why as well. Because in case you're wondering how the hell I did this as well. Okay. It's like, how the hell I had to do this as well. Yeah. Because I had to do this video every monthly as well. Not necessarily like everyday video ones, no. It's actually like part of the monthly manga reading log type video. Because you know what I mean as well. Because I have been doing my first manga reading log videos before, which I haven't thought of doing one until now, basically. Yeah. So that's how I'm giving in the points of how I have been reading these as well. I've gotten to this as well. Even though I have been doing so many of those videos I did in the past as well. In case you're wondering, is doing a new video of my manga reading log takes the cake, especially for the month, or in between the 2-month manga reading log video as well. So that's going to be it for my manga reading log video especially for the month of between April 2022 to May 2022 for today, you guys. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's what I want to say for this video. Well, basically, this is the first time I wanted to do a video, which I wanted to do something to change things up a bit as well. Not just your average manga reading log video, but the ones, especially for the month between these 2 months in every year, as a monthly type of video in general, particularly. In case you're wondering how the hell I do this, well, because I have never done a manga reading log for April to May of this year before until now. Even it's been my newest video that I haven't done before or since. That's the reason why I did my brand new manga reading log video, which I have right here particularly. In case you're wondering how. Because I wanted to do something that is new, even though, because I wanted to do a video like this as well, come to think of it, as how I can understand why as well. Hope subscribe for content, my Anime Planet link in the description down below. If you want to check out my Anime Planet, the link will be in the description down below, because I have a huge backlog of anime and manga as well. Come check out my Anime Planet, because the link will be in the description down below. And also, be sure to smack the like button if you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below on this video if you like as well. Let me know your thoughts on it. What do you think of it as well? And also, be sure to click on the subscribe button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel as a newcomer. Smack the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified also as well for more latest updates. And keep it otaku for this video, because this is my monthly manga reading log video, especially for the month of between April and May of 2022, because this is the first video that I haven't thought of doing one, which is something brand new, which I have what I got as well. In case you're wondering how I got how to do this, especially when it comes to reading some manga that I pick, which I can read on there, what I think of it and what I have opinions on it as well. Especially when you're doing like a manga reading log video, as how I can do this as well. That's just how I consider besides the point as well. Well, because I have been doing these as well, especially when I had to read this one, basically. But someday I will get more of these as well, particularly as well. Yeah, because I wanted to do a new video, which I haven't thought of, which is something I should have done as well. Particularly, I thought I got to do a video like this as well. Okay. Even though I haven't been reading manga from my manga collection until now, which this has gotten to a point, which I think that introduced me to start doing my manga reading log videos as well. Because I wanted to do a video like this as well. In case you're wondering, basically, of how I could do a video. One thing about reading mangas, especially the ones that you want to pick from your manga collection, that could help you start a manga reading log video for every month, as a monthly type video as well. This is RuRoniK95 saying, thank you for watching my video. I'm glad you liked it. I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Hope you have a great day. This is RuRoniK95 signing off, and thank you for watching my video. And I will see you soon for more videos. And I hope you have a great Friday.